Osseo High School and coverage of the Section 6 4A boys basketball playoffs. It's a semifinal matchup between the number 5 seed, the Wayzata Trojans, and the number 1 seed and defending section and state champion, the Hopkins Royals. John Jacobson, Ryan Iverson, welcome to CCX broadcast of playoff boys basketball. We saw these teams play in girls basketball last night. It's a familiar matchup for the postseason and the boys. Often it's a section final. This year, though, Ryan, the section semifinal.
Well, just a testament to Wayzata and Hopkins, both girls and boys basketball, how prevalent, how strong their programs are. We got treated to a classic last night. I hope we get another great one tonight. But yeah, you're right. Usually it's Wayzata, Hopkins, with the chance to go to the state tournament on the line. This one's a semifinal. But don't let that fool you. Wayzata's been playing a lot better here down the stretch of the season. They're healthy. They got everyone back. They're riding a big momentum, getting a game winner against Armstrong, who beat them in the regular season. So I feel like they think they belong, and I expect a closer game tonight.
And they're 11-16 during the regular season, and they very much up and down season, more down, especially early. But you get that playoff win, and you're familiar with the opponent. That does give you a little confidence coming into tonight.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you what, they got blown out both times during the regular season. And I know Coach Novak and Hopkins, they don't work like this, but as a human being, you have a tendency to relax a little bit, thinking, we've already beat these guys twice, we can do it again. You know Wayzata's going to be up for this game. You're at a neutral site, and that's why it's March Madness, John, because anything can happen in one game. One player gets hot, and it could end your season. So that's why tonight's going to be a lot of fun.
Hopkins has had a very good year, 22-5 on the season, and all losses to quality opponents. So they've been tested, and they've won a lot of games.
Well, and we did them earlier in the year when they beat Minnehaha Academy, who some people think one of the best teams ever to go down in the history of Minnesota. So they're capable of beating anyone. They've played Eden Prairie close, who's the top team in the state. So they're right there with anyone. And when they play well, they have a superstar who we're going to talk about. They need some other guys to really step up. And if they do that, I think they could win this whole thing this year. They're that talented and that well coached.
Let's look at our key players, starting with Wayzata and Camden Heidi, who had the game-winning shot the other night. They had a good scoring season, the leading scorer for Wayzata coming into the year.
Well, he's a big-time Division I recruit, too, and I think him beating Armstrong, in the way they did a low-scoring physical game, him getting that bucket, that just does so much wonder, John, for your confidence. He's going to come in tonight. They need him aggressive, attacking the basket. He is long, he's athletic, he's creative on offense. They need his scoring tonight. Then they have to supplement that with just tough play, great defense. But he's got to be huge tonight. What a fun shot that was, too, the last game.
When you play Hopkins, you know who you have to stop this season, but that doesn't mean it's easy to do. Kerwin Walton has had a terrific senior year.
27 points almost a game. He's electric. I know Gopher fans were hoping he goes to Minnesota. They need him there. He's getting recruited by a lot of big-time programs. And there's a reason why. We've seen a lot of talented players over the years covering high school basketball. He's as smooth as anyone I can remember. He's a tremendous shooter, but he's long, he's quick, he can get to the rim, he's athletic. So he's a phenomenal player. We got to see him great during the regular season. I hope we get a great performance here tonight, too.
First of 2 semifinals, Cooper and St. Louis Park in the second semi here at Osseo. Take a break, come back, and tip this one off. Wayzata Hopkins, Section 6 basketball, next on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
When I first saw Turtle, my heart was full. Now anything but lonely.
We had this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
150/90. 180 over 111.
160 over 110. I had a stroke.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Lowering them could save you from having a stroke. If you've stopped your treatment plan, restart it or talk to your doctor about creating one that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
It took 20 years and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
We're back at Osseo High School, ready for the first semifinal in Section 6-4A for 2020. The Wayzata Trojans, the visitors, number 5 seed, getting introduced here as they get ready to take on the top-seeded Hopkins Royals. Let's look at the starters. Starting with Wayzata. Forward, Carter Bjerke, a 6'8 sophomore. The guards, Josh Gullickson, a 6'3 senior. Campton Heidi, a 6'6 sophomore. Drew Bierklund, a 5'11" sophomore. And Cody Williams, a 6' junior. For the Hopkins Royals, number 1 seed, 22-5 on the season. Xavier White, 6'5 junior forward. The guards, Kerwin Walton, a 6'4 senior. Cornell Richardson, a 5'11 senior. Sawyer Shrake, a 6'1" senior. And Andre Gray, a 6'3" junior. Third member of our broadcast team tonight is Allie Mosley, and let's go to her.
Hey guys, talk about riding a short-term high. Winning in the final second on Wednesday, having a short practice just yesterday, and then being thrown into the 5 o'clock game with everything on the line today. Coach Nettler said his team was really, really excited when they won that game, that upset over Armstrong, but they know they've got an uphill battle today, coming in, playing against a team that they've lost by 30 points and 26 this season. But Coach Nettler said his team is much better than they were a month ago, and he says it comes from their bench. He was very quick to praise Ryan Harvey and Eddie Benega, saying they've really progressed over the last month as players, and that has directly contributed to their success late in the season. Guys, Wayzata, yes, they are an underdog, but Coach said, you know what, we've been in this position 4 times over the last 4 years, and he said 2 of those times it worked out for us. So tonight they're hoping to go 3 for 4, but it will be a challenge.
Thanks, Allie.
Yeah,
great points.
Yeah, great points. And I'll tell you what, being the underdog is great from the standpoint of you got nothing to lose, John.
Right.
The pressure is on Hopkins to win this, and you come out and you play. I like these 5 o'clock games. You get right out of school, you're here, and you're just ready to go. So let's get to the game. Let's go.
There's a look at the bracket in the quarterfinal round. Hopkins, Armstrong got seeded 4th. And upset by Wayzata, a minor upset. His team played during the regular season. Armstrong won that one. St. Louis Park, a win over Washburn, and Cooper taking care of Southwest. And I think that Cooper-St. Louis Park game to follow will be good. Had 2 close games in the Metro West during the season. We're ready to go on the opening tap, controlled by Wayzata in the white. Hopkins in their home blues.
I'll tell you what, you see the athleticism there at Camden Heidi getting up on that jump ball. When I talk about him being a great athlete, he can get about 2.5, 3 feet above the rim. He is an excellent, excellent athlete.
Williams fighting for the ball. It's off of him and out of bounds. And a turnover on the first possession for the Trojans.
Well, as we often talk about with Hopkins, they're going to pressure the ball. They're going to get up on you, play tough man-to-man. You've got to be able to get into your stuff. You've got to be able to handle that pressure.
Sawyer Shrake, great pass, and Walton in early 2 off the slam.
We saw him have a couple of dunks earlier in the year, and he wasted no time. A great set play there. Backdoor, got an easy look, and as a scorer, when you can get that first one easy like that, it gets your confidence.
5-second call. It's Xavier White pressuring Josh Gullickson. Well, he's out of 2 for 2 on turnovers in their opening possessions.
And you got to try to limit those. You want to get shot attempts against this defense.
Richardson into the front court against Brooklyn. Hands off to Walton. Drake comes out front. He'll go down the lane, kisses it off the glass and scores.
I'll tell you what, that was a beautiful move by Sawyer Drake. Kind of realized that he was great patience. He prodded and then he exploded to the rim. Beautiful touch.
Brooklyn handing off Gullickson. Heidi put it on the floor, one dribble, then back out Williams, a three. Short rebound though by Gullickson, and he gets fouled.
Those are the kind of plays, those hustle plays by Gullickson that he really brings to the table. Great offensive rebound here. Look at him just fight for it. And I'll tell you what, when you're playing against a little bit better, more talented team, you got to win those loose balls.
Fouls on Walton. Ball in the Williams hands. Back it off and then to Bjerke. Got a very solid season. The big sophomore to Heidi. Gullickson to Williams, left wing. Trying to lob it in and a steal by Shrake. Gray finds White in the corner for a three. Not good, and rebounded by Gullickson. So it remains 4-0 Hopkins, 2 minutes in. Williams above the block, Bjerke facing and gets inside of Walton, a little jump step, puts it off the glass and scores.
Great patience, and I think that's going to step out. If Bjerke can realize he's bigger and more physical than anyone else on the court, if he can continue to do that, that might be an advantage for Wayzata.
Gray too long, and another board for Gullickson, and now it's Williams. Tack, then kicks it out. Bjerke, three, not good. Rebound by Walton.
Now, if it's your first time watching Wayzata, you might be thinking, why is the big guy out on the perimeter? He is a very good and capable three-point shooter.
Go to White. This time he goes baseline. Drive, trying to reverse. He gets fouled. And he'll go to the line. Junior Xavier White comes in averaging just under 7 points a game and 5 rebounds. Ken Novak Jr., 31st season as head coach, and another state championship title to his resume last season. Off the inbound, Walton missing, and a rebound to Bjerke. Heidi skip pass across corner. Gullickson, three is in.
Well, that's the playmaking ability of Heidi there. There's going to be a lot of attention paid on him. And you see the defense kind of collapsing, ready to help. Great skip pass and nice knockdown.
Shrake for three. Rims out. Gullickson rebounds. Heidi to Bjerke. Back to Heidi. Gullickson just hit the three. Bjerke baseline, too strong. Walton rebounds. Kerwin Walton averaging about 4.5 rebounds and just under 27 a game. Here's Gray, a little hesitation, ball knocked away. Steal for Wayzata. Heidi leads it off. Brooklyn, and Walton gets back to block it. Are they going to call goaltending? I think so. Basket will count.
Yeah, that was a good push, too, by Wayzata. Nice job by Camden Heidi here. Rather than try to force a tough shot, he makes the right pass. And Brooklyn hustling in. You can see that ball hit the backboard first. And even if they hadn't called it, Bjerke was right there for the offensive rebound.
Three by White, well short and out of bounds. Over to Wayzata. So 7-0 run here for the Trojans. They have the lead.
I think one thing that this Hopkins team, no matter who they're playing, they're always going to be in it because they play really good defense. But I think for them to make that challenge for another state championship, they need that second scorer to step up, not just relying on Kerwin Walton.
Heidi gets to the basket and gets his shot erased. Ahead it goes to Gray, a little leaner in the lane, not good. Rebound by Bjerke.
Nice box out by Gullickson too, boxing out the bigger, taller player.
Williams lost his footing and lost the ball. Turnover Wayzata. Walton the trailer for three. Off the mark, rebounded, and Bierke get a hand on it. It's out of bounds. Don't just off of Hopkins, and it's Wayzata basketball. Reagan Merritt in for Hopkins, and for Wayzata, Eddie Benega and Ryan Harvey in. Five minutes in here in the Section 6 semifinal. Wayzata and Hopkins. Benega left open. Missed on the three. Rebound by Merritt.
I think if you're Wayzata, John, you're pretty happy with the shots you're getting. When you haven't turned the ball over, you've been able to get really good looks at the basket. Those are shots they just got to knock down.
Here's Richardson. He used to play here at Osseo. Gives it up on the pass. Now gets it back from Merritt. Walton to Richardson. Way strong and rebounded by Bierke.
Interesting too, Wayzata, you can see they're not trying to play that up-tempo style with Hopkins. Very deliberate on bringing the ball up and having Camden Heidi bring that ball up as well.
Then again to Birkeland. They backs down in lane and a great feed, squeezing the ball through to Eddie Benega, cutting baseline to score.
Well, that's one of the staples of this Trojan program. For years, they were great at backdoor.
Richardson has it taken away by Birkeland, and a foul called on Hopkins on Merritt.
Well, that's Drew Birkeland. That's what he brings to the table, is that kind of hustle here. But look at Birkeland here. Loses the ball, but doesn't lose his composure. Able to find his teammate Eddie Benega cutting back door. Nice, easy basket.
Jalen Tremmel, 6'4" junior, number 1 in for Hopkins. You look at Brian Schnettler, 6th season, couple state tournament appearances, and not the number of wins they were hoping for in the regular season, but as long as you're playing good basketball in this couple weeks in March, you'll trade it all. Heidi, tough shot, and hits a three from the baseline.
I just like the poise he's playing with here tonight. He's doing everything from defense, rebounding, handling the ball, making plays for teammates. That time he gets a good look and steps into it, knocks it down.
12 points in a row for Wayzata. Walton fighting to the basket. He gets fouled and go to the line for 2.
Some people say he's more of a finesse player. Do you see the strength on that move to the basket? A lot of players wouldn't have been even able to get a shot off, John. He's able to almost make that. And here's Heidi. It's a beautiful pass. You see that baseline screen. That's not easy, too. When you're running that way, you got to get squared up, fading away, and he knocks it down. He's got the touch and the ability to do that.
The free throw up and in for Walton for his 3rd point. Wayzata fouls on Grant Bokovitz, his first, team's 2nd.
This young man is a tremendous free throw shooter, too. You foul him, it is almost 2 points automatic.
That ends the long scoring run for Wayzata, but still a 6-point Trojans lead.
And what was it, a 12-0 run there?
Yes.
Yeah, it was 4-0 Hopkins, and then Wayzata 12 unanswered points. This is where you'd like to see Camden Heidi be aggressive, attack the basket, especially when he's got Kerwin Walton on him. Try to get some foul trouble.
Comes back out on top.
Oh, nice pass.
Terrific feed, but unable to finish. A tough spot, Bokovitz underneath, and Hopkins rebounds and then lost off the dribble by White. Turnover, and then we get a foul on the wing on Shrake.
Well, you think about this too, John, just from a psychology standpoint. You've been beaten by 26 and 30 points. What if it were 10-0 Hopkins to start the game? Think of psychologically what that does for you. Instead, it's 4-0. You answer with that 12-0 run. Now you guys are believing in it. Now you're in for a game. Oh, nice pass.
Down on the baseline and shovel it to Benega. Trying to return the pass to Bokovitz and didn't connect. And all the way at the other end, the finish for 2 is Elvis Najee.
God, that last name sounds familiar, John. That is a basketball family, and Elvis blessed too with that great length and nice finish there in transition.
Saw his cousin Maya last night, and his cousin Zeke last season here for Hopkins, leading them to a state championship. Walton to the front court to Tremmel. Traveled. There's some early turnovers here for Hopkins. Cost them possessions.
Yeah, this 5 o'clock, a little bit earlier than normal, but we got a good crowd here. Very intense crowd, and I just love this March Madness time when you got, lots on the line. Seniors maybe playing their last game ever, trying to advance, knowing that if you lose, it's over. It's just the passion that's involved. A lot of fun.
Williams curls around. A good pass on the wing, and shot failed to drop. For Gullickson, another opportunity to go. Ball out of bounds.
Well, I'd like to see Carter Bierke, John, fighting for those rebounds. He, with that size and that strength that he has, that's something he can really bring to the table. Regardless if he's scoring, he can battle for offensive rebounds. It's a great job getting another possession here for his Trojans.
Gullickson will inbound it for Williams with a nice job of catching it to Bierke. Williams wide open for a three. Rebounded by Merritt.
And again, if you're Coach Snettler, I think you like the shots you're getting. You're getting wide open looks still.
And a steal for Harvey for Wayzata.
That looked like a kick, didn't it, John?
Whistle, and you get a foul. It's going to be a charge on Williams, a player control foul. Look at this again.
Yeah, you see that? Yeah, that's a kick, right? Oh, maybe it didn't. It's hard to tell. It certainly looked like it in real time, but either way, not called. But Cody Williams attacking the basket. He's aggressive like that. He's just got to be under a little bit better control. And it's the old jump stop that you try to tell people, go hard, but come to that jump stop. Don't pick up that offensive foul.
12-8. Wayzata leads past the midway point of the half. Shrake, the wall, can't hang on to it. Another turnover for Hopkins. About 4 in a row here.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic for them.
And Wayzata stuck on 12 here for a while. Still with the lead. Gullickson curls around. Bierke three from the corner is in.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's such a tough shot to guard because of his length and his size. Najee was right in his face, but he's got that high release, able to shoot with defender right up on him.
Walton able to get a baseline drive. Richardson to Najee, who gets fouled and will go to the line.
What a great drive and kick that time by Richardson. Got baseline, really didn't have anywhere to go. Beautiful pass to Najee, attacking the rim hard. Yeah, watch this drive right there. Beautiful pass. I'll tell you what, youngsters, if you're out there watching, you attack the basket like that, you're going to get those calls from the referees.
Free throw off for Najee. Drew Birkeland back in for Ryan Harvey for Wayzata. Najee gets the second one. And it's 15-8. Andre Gray back in for the Royals. Excuse me, 15-9 with 8 minutes to go. Oh, and then Birkeland had left. The ball had already left Heidi's hands, and it's a turnover.
Well, I think the first turnover since the first 2 possessions of the game there, but those are those kind of turnovers you just got to be on the same page. Those empty possessions you don't want to come away with when you're playing against Hopkins.
Birkeland reaching around from behind picks up the foul. His first 5th team foul now on Wayzata. Gullickson out, Eddie Bennigan back in. Richardson's got a path to the basket, can't finish. And the rebound for Bierke.
And I thought Bierke that time altered that shot. Just his presence maybe changed the trajectory of that shot, allowed that to miss.
Williams to Heidi, and gets tied up by Richardson.
Great hands by Richardson, knowing that if Heidi got that, there's nothing he could have done. Stepped in there, got his hands in there, tied it up. Nice little give and go here by Williams. Back over to Heidi. That's great weak side defense, John, coming right into your screen to tie that ball up.
Possession arrow gives the ball back to Hopkins. Lacking offense so far here, though, Ryan. In the first 10-plus minutes, only 9 points on the board. Ball lost by Walton. Birkeland trying to get it back to Heidi, and Schrake knocked it out of bounds.
You know, you got a 2-on-1. That's where you've got to capitalize on that. Forget about the alley-oops. Attack it. Here, great physical defense by Williams. I'll tell you, the referees are letting a lot of stuff go here. Not any ticky-tack fouls. And you see how Birkeland, no one stopped the ball. That's where you got to keep taking it. He would have gotten a layup out of it.
Bjerke, get a hand in his face. Heidi's wide open for a three, but missed. And rebounded by Gray. Great
ball fake, and that's what you have to do against that pressure defense. Gets another open look.
Walton pass, baseline, left. Richardson, shot not good. Bjerke with the board.
He's been dominant on the board so far. That's what Wayzata needs.
Benega attacks and scores.
That was a great finish. Gray with that length coming from behind him. Eddie Benega puts that ball way out in front with the extension. Nice layup.
17-9. Again, an 8-point lead, tying the biggest of the night for the Trojans. Walton trying to get to the rim and gets fouled.
Yeah, you can see the Wayzata game plan is nothing easy for Kerwin Walton. He's putting that ball on the deck into that lane. There's 2 or 3 white jerseys waiting for him. But I want you to watch this. Watch this move, but I want you to watch where he puts the ball here on the finish. Look at the extension right there. And that's what allowed the smaller Benega to get that shot up. Gray was right there. Good shot blocker as well. But great extension.
Walton gets to the line for 2, nothing but net on the first one. That fouls on Williams, his second. And they bring Harvey back in, Williams out. Walton's perfect from the line tonight.
I'd like to see you and Kerwin have a free throw shooting contest, John.
It'll be close, I'm sure. How about Paige Beckers and Kerwin?
Oh, that would be close.
A floater up and in for Heidi.
Just the aggressiveness. He got the defender on his back, and he didn't hesitate. He went right to the rim and got a great floater.
Richardson can't score at the other end. Back comes Wayzata. Harvey to Benega. Go to the paint, then goes to the baseline. That's Harvey. Now it's Birkeland with the ball. To the corner. Back open. Birkeland. 3. Out and back in.
You know why you get that kind of roll? Because that was great offensive possession by Wayzata. Great extra passes. Almost too many extra passes. But they gave up good shots, and they got a great shot, and they got a great bounce, too. What a possession. Driving kicks, beautiful job. That was about the 4th one there at the end of that possession. And I'll tell you, there's karma on those. When you get that wide open extra pass look, more often than not, they're going to fall.
We talked about this in the pregame, how Wayzata got here tonight against Armstrong. 1.1 second to go with an inbound. There's Camden Heidi to put it in and end it in overtime, 56-54 on Armstrong's home court to get them here tonight.
I'll tell you what's big about that. Obviously, you win, you advance, but they had gotten beat by Armstrong just a week or 2 before that. So all of a sudden, now you're playing with confidence. You're playing with a little house money, and in the back of their minds, they're thinking, all right, we beat a team that already beat us. Why can't we beat another team that already beat us? So I think that just psychologically, they come into this game, and then the way they've started, too, they're starting to believe in it. That's when you get dangerous teams.
Richardson down low for Walton that gets fouled. Benega thought he had a lot of basketball there.
I'll tell you, Hopkins, the first play of the game, and that one right out of the timeout. Great set play. And both times they've gotten Kerwin Walton on a back door. And Benega there, come from behind, got a lot of ball. They might have got a little bit of body
in there. First foul on Benega. That's a 7th team foul on Wayzata. Rattled it in, and Walton with 8 points. And not much else from anybody else offensively yet for the Royals.
No, and he had that opening dunk on the possession and 6 free throws. So not a lot of field goals, but doing a nice job getting to that free throw line.
Brooklyn, who hit that 3 in the last possession for the Trojans, lost the ball. Taken away by Tremmel. 2-on-1 now. Gray to the basket, not good. Gray underneath, getting it back out. Richardson to Walton. Floater up, not good. Unable to finish. Boy, they have the numbers and can't close it out.
Well, great job by Benega there, challenging that first layup. Didn't give it up, didn't concede it, kept fighting, and you're able to come away there without giving up a basket.
Birkeland gives it to Heidi.
Nice pass.
Down to the baseline. Spinning is Harvey. Goes to Benega. Long and rebounded by Richardson.
Yeah, nice box out by Richardson that time, too.
Gray to the corner. 3 ball is up and in by Tremmel.
Driving kick by Gray. Defense collapsed, and Tremmel right there waiting for it. Knocks down a big 3.
First made 3 for Hopkins. Wayzata has 4. 22-16. Birkeland. Oh, well, that turn and catch 3.
Yeah, not easy. That was a little screen. The screener, he set a great screen, popped to the top of the key, and did not hesitate. Buries it.
Walton, tough shot up and in.
I think just knowing he's got that size and that length down there, kind of that mid-post, expanding his game. Not just a 3-point shooter or a slasher. He's got that little mid-range post-up game, too.
And here's a steal for Richardson. And he scores. Missed some shots early. He got his first basket there.
Making his mark defensively. They're hounding whoever's the ball handler. Got to handle that pressure. Get your offense at least set up.
25-20. Birkeland, couple steps in. Ball tipped. Heidi can't corral it. Another turnover now for Wayzata. Richardson to the basket. Can't finish.
What a great move. Hesitation. Kind of froze the defense, but unable to finish.
Harvey back to Birkeland. Now to Harvey. Here's a 3. Bjerke. Nothing but net. His second 3. He's got 8 points.
When you're playing Wayzata, you got to have an awareness on where Carter Bjerke is, John. He is a lights-out perimeter shooter. Got a great clean look and knocked it down.
Second leading scorer in the team at 14.3 a game. Gray's 3 misses. Rebound, Bjerke. Heidi ahead to Benega.
That was a great pass by Heidi. Great rebound. Bjerke gets it to Heidi. Heidi with his head up finds a streaking Benega. Nice finish. Nice transition.
Tremmel for 3. Missed. Rebound, Bjerke.
How many times have you said rebound Bjerke here in the first half? He is controlling the glass on both ends of the floor.
They have done a great job of rebounding on the defensive end so far, Ryan. Not allowing second opportunities for Hopkins at all. Three for Heidi, not good, but the rebound to Harvey. Bjerke, another 3.
Wow. And look at how excited he is, the big fella. It's raining. In March, it's raining 3s. Offensive rebound, great kick out, and Bjerke feeling it. Knocks down another one. Wow. Did you see this coming here in the first half? Wow. There's the look. Again, pretty well defended. Someone right in his face. And he knocks it down. And you think he's fired up?
Well, as Ali said in her pregame, what Coach Schentler had said to her is, you know, we've been in this position before. We've been the underdog against Hopkins. And even though we've not had the season we would have liked up through March 1, these kids are ready to play. And they're healthy, as you mentioned.
Yeah, and I think kind of throughout the year, I know I watched it, and you'd see their record and some of their losses, and you'd think, what the heck is going on? But you got to remember these kids played football, and they played a long season, won that state championship, had some nagging injuries, some ankles, some knees. They're fully healthy. They're just starting to get their rhythm, and I truly believe it. It's about playing your best basketball, like you talk about, John, at the end of the year. It doesn't matter what you did the first 15 games. And I think that win against Armstrong and the way they're feeling right now, they're very, very confident. And it's showing here already in the first half. Now it's big for Wayzata because you feel like we've dominated this first half. Minute 28 remaining. You don't want to give up a 6-7 point run to Hopkins and go into the half feeling negative. You want to finish the half strong.
Let's see if Hopkins can get it to under 10 here before we get to halftime. Here's Walton trying to attack. Foul on the floor, and Kerwin Walton will go to the line for a 1-and-1. Foul will be on Gullickson, his second.
See Gullickson getting that pressure on him, and you can tell Wayzata's throwing a second, a third body at him, not making it easy. But to Kerwin Walton's credit, John, he's finding a way to get fouled, finding a way to score by getting to the free throw line.
2 baskets and now 7 of 7 from the free throw line for Walton. Still uncommitted for next season. He'll make his decision at the end of the season, and he hopes that's not in 90 minutes.
Yeah, there's a lot of schools that he'll make very happy if he decides to go there. Had a great summer of basketball last season and really blew up on the recruiting scene. And this year, this winter, has done nothing to quiet those down. He's been phenomenal.
Makes them both 33-22. With a minute 10 to go. Kind of got getting it to Yerke. Now Berkland trying to take it past Gray, and you get a foul either on Gray or Richardson. Looks like it'll be on Gray. His first, only the 4th team foul on Hopkins. So an inbound here for Wayzata.
Berkland gets into the paint there. Almost a clean steal, but definitely got the body in it.
Entry pass to Bierke. Benninga, floater short. Rebound. Walton had a handout, and then Gray ends up with it. 40 seconds to play in the half. Richardson. He'll put up a 3. Not good. Rebounded by Heidi. They might go for 1 here with under 30 seconds to go. The corner. There's 20 to go.
Yeah, you want to go into the half at worst up 11 here if you're Wayzata. You don't want to shoot it early. You don't want to give anything for Hopkins. Do not turn the ball over. Try to get a good shot.
Heidi on Schrake off the glass. Too strong. Rebounded by Schrake. Ahead, and they run out of time, and we go to halftime. What a first half for Wayzata. They take an 11-point lead on Hopkins, 33-22.
Yeah, you got to be really pleased if you're the Trojans, how you came out playing with a lot of confidence, shot the ball well, and defensively they really made Hopkins work.
Let's go to Allie standing by with Brian Schnettler.
Coach, a very high-tempo first half, a lot of high-intensity defense from you guys. What'd you like?
We're playing really hard. Our guys believe. I don't know if anybody else does, but we sure as hell do, so that's all that matters.
Coach, you know, in this second half, how do you continue to keep control and maintain momentum?
We got to keep guarding. We got to keep trying to stick to Kerwin. I don't know if he's made a 3 yet, but if he is, he's only made 1. We got to keep moving the ball. We got to find a way to handle their pressure a little better, too.
Does any part of you want to slow it down, or you want to just keep pounding?
Nope, let's win this game.
All right, you got it, Coach. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Coach Schnettler. We'll hear from Coach Novak before the start of the second half. 33-22, Wayzata leads Hopkins. Come back with more high school boys basketball from Section 6 at Osseo High School after this.
chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover their unique mix of all kinds of traits.
Where'd Wiley go? Where's Wiley? Ah, there she is.
Pa, do you remember being an ancient wolf? Do you ever feel the call of the wild?
You're a renegade cop, and I'm a con woman with nothing to prove. But together, we could really solve this murder.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but all of them are pure love.
First semifinal in Section 6 4A basketball tonight at Osseo. 33-22, the 5th seed Wayzata Trojans leading the number 1 seed, the Hopkins Royals. So look at highlights from the first 18 minutes of play here tonight. Ryan Iverson and a couple of early baskets. Here's the first one, Kerwin Walton for the dunk.
That was
making it a little easier, yes. But after that, it was mostly Wayzata for a lot of this first half. They had after Hopkins led 4-0, Wayzata able to score the next 12. Didn't get to the free throw line at all in that first half, Ryan, but made a lot of the perimeter shots and able to attack the basket and score, and really played a good half of ball. Jalen Tremmel with the lone 3 in the first half that Hopkins made.
Yeah, some really nice just driving kicks, and Carter Bjerke knocked down a few threes in that first half too, and they shot the ball well and they got good looks. Here's another one again, Bjerke with a defender right in his grill, able to knock down another one.
Bjerke with 11 points to lead Wayzata. Drew Birkeland with 8. Eddie Benninger with 6. A balanced scoring attack. They're pretty much all Walton. He's got 12 of their 22 points. 8 of those points coming from the free throw line. Tremmel and Najee with 3 each, and they're in an 11-point hole, the top seed here against Wayzata.
Yeah, Hopkins needs someone else to help out Kerwin Walton in the scoring department. I'm also going to guess that Hopkins might pick up full court, might try to bring even a little bit more pressure, see if they can create some easy offense by their defense.
Look at this guy. 30 years at CCX and Channel 12 Northwest Community Television when I first started March 6th of 1990. Wow. I remember going, Jay Wilcox was calling a game, and I went to observe. There was Park Center playing Minneapolis Henry, and Region 5 AA was back then. And look at those terrific looks of me throughout the years. But it's been a terrific career. I've been blessed to work with so many great people over the years. Yourself included, all these people that work on our staff, and appreciate it.
I'll tell you what, partner, you're an ultimate professional. I know when I came into this business, you made my job easy. Always been supportive and complimentary, and I know our viewers think the world of you, and congratulations on 30 years. That's pretty awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's been a lot of fun, and we had a lot of fun last night. We're going to talk more about that game here in the second half as well, and more about this game. An upset so far for sure. Wayzata up 11 on Hopkins at halftime. Take another timeout. Back with more of our intermission from Osseo High School after this.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover their unique mix of all kinds of traits.
Where'd Wiley go? Where's Wiley? Ah, there she is. Pa,
do you remember being an ancient wolf? Do you ever feel the call of the wild?
You're a renegade cop, and I'm a con woman with nothing to prove. But together, we could really solve this murder.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but all of them are pure love.
33-22, Wayzata leading Hopkins here at halftime. Let's go back to the floor. Allie Mosley with Ken Novak.
Coach, how do you remedy the turnovers and scoring droughts like you did in the first half?
You know, probably more than anything else is we kind of panicked a little bit. We missed some shots, pretty open shots. They hit them, so they felt good. We kind of in a hurry. The problem is when you're a good team and you're used to winning, you get down, you can't let that bother you, and we let it bother us. Hopefully we calm down a little bit.
What do you need to do to swing that momentum in your favor here in the second?
Just play the possession. Each time down. This time we got to get a stop. This time we got to get a good shot.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, Hopkins would good advice, right? You can't panic. We have the capability of coming back. You're down 11, you're not down 30. You know, there's a lot of 18 minutes to go.
No, and I like the tone that Coach Novak had there with Allie. I thought he seemed calm and like, listen, and that's the biggest key is you're not gonna. There's no 11-point shot, so let's win each possession. You take a look at that field goals, 6 for 24, very uncharacteristic. But look at the discrepancy in three-point shooting. 50% for Wayzata, 1 for 9 for Hopkins. So he's absolutely right. You got to make some open shots and hope your defense can contest a little better. Hope Wayzata misses. But, you know, great teams, you just do it possession by possession, 2 or 3 minutes at a time. And obviously there's still a boatload of time left.
Here we go, 1.5 to go, first semifinal. Number 5 seed looking for second straight win in this tournament over a higher seeded team. They go immediately into Bjerke, up and in.
Yeah. Love the call there. Go right into your big fella. Don't take a long three. Don't be finesse. They go right down to him. Great patience. I don't know if there's anyone on Hopkins that can guard him down low.
And a steal by Wayzata. Hopkins turning it over. Bjerke hitting it. And now it's Gullickson curling it around. Birkeland and hesitated, looked at the basket and traveled.
I'll tell you what, Camden Heidi, I think, is playing a really smart, high basketball IQ game. He could have pushed that, maybe pulled up in a transition three, knowing, hey, let's keep that pace slow. Let's take care of the ball. Let's get good shots.
Now Hopkins looking for its first points in the second half. Walton to the basket and fouled by Bjerke. He'll go to the line for 2.
You can just see there's just constant pressure on Kerwin Walton. They are not letting him get easy looks at the basket. Excellent drive. Yeah, block was clean, but you could see some body contact with Bjerke. And Kerwin Walton, I'll tell you what, not getting a lot of field goals, but John, but finding a way to impact this game and getting to the free throw line.
First missed free throw tonight in 9 attempts. Second one through is first point for the Royals here in the second half. 35-23, Wayzata. They're going to move to Wednesday section final, also here at Osseo at 7 o'clock against either St. Louis Park or Cooper. Williams in some trouble, then lost the basketball in the paint. Shrake shovels it off for Gray. Oh my goodness. Wow. We saw him have a dunk like that against Minneapolis back in December.
Oh, that's when they're so dangerous. They get that tempo going, they get a turnover, and get going in transition. Here they are again.
Gray ahead to White. He'll attack off the glass and score.
And you got to be careful. Those quick shots or a turnover. Hopkins out to run. You feel that momentum a little bit coming back to him.
Williams hands off for Birkeland. Quick 5 points there for Hopkins. Drive and a foul. That will be on Richardson.
Yeah, watch this great pass ahead. Watch the explosiveness. Wow. That was exciting. That was a great finish.
First free throws tonight for Wayzata. Birkeland missing on the first of 2. Hopkins at the line tonight, 10 out of 12. Second one also off and rebounded by Richardson. 35-27, ahead goes White again to score.
Again, that's 3 straight transition baskets off of a missed free throw. Wayzata, you got to be able to match up. You can't give those easy points like that.
Now it's Hopkins fired up. They get a 7-0 run and a 30-second timeout for the Trojans.
Well, a couple quick things. Wayzata's half-court defense been phenomenal tonight. You can see that. I think Coach Novak at halftime made a concerted effort to say, guys, we got to pick this pace up, push the ball. 6 quick transition points, and they got the lead cut to 6.
A little less than 24 hours ago, Ryan and I and our crew were at the Lindbergh Center for Wayzata Hopkins section final. Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, James Johnson of the Wolves among those in attendance at a packed house at the Lindbergh Center, and a great start for Wayzata. Annika Stewart there with the 3. Mara Braun had a steal. Those 2 players combined for 50 points for Wayzata. They led by 9 in the first half. Hopkins able to rally back. Paige Beckers putting the team on her back last night. Score and 1 there, and then later in the first half, Beckers will attack and score again.
Yeah, she was phenomenal.
Hopkins goes on to win it, and they get back to the state tournament again. What a terrific game that was.
Yeah, it was. That was fun. And how about Birkeland out of the timeout, nails a big 3.
His 3rd made 3. Here's Walton for 3.
Oh.
That's his first 3-pointer tonight. Only his 3rd field goal of the game.
Well, Cody Williams was right up on him. That's where Kerwin Walton's length really came in nicely there.
Bjerke off the glass, not good. Rebounded by White. Head to Richardson. To the corner to Schrake. They'll go into the paint, back out. Quick passes here. Richardson rims out, tipped up, not good. And get a foul on Wayzata. Coach Ryan Stetler didn't think that was much of a foul on his guys. A look at that 3 from Birkeland a moment ago.
Well, they're calling a foul, but they're also giving him the act of shooting. They're saying that tip was in the act of shooting, I think. There's that made 3 back-to-back threes, Birkeland and then Walton.
First free throw good for Andre Gray. And that Wayzata foul, Ryan's Carter Bjerke. It's his 3rd.
Oh, that could be big. He's got to be smart now. But I'll tell you, Gray, too, showing a little bit more urgency on the offensive rebound. And they're attacking the glass, knowing that, hey, this is the second half now. Each possession really matters.
Wayzata's lead is down to 4. It was 11 at halftime. Bjerke short on the 3. And White might have been better off just letting that one go. Tried to corral it and then couldn't do so, and it's back to Wayzata. Cody Williams will inbound for Wayzata. Bjerke, Heidi trying to attack, offensive foul. Schrake tried to draw an offensive foul a couple of possessions ago, this time able to do it. The foul's on Heidi, his first.
Yeah, I like the aggressive move there. Oh boy, I don't know about that. Well, regardless of what it was called, I like the aggressiveness by Camden Heidi there. I think they need him to keep attacking like that.
Richardson in some trouble. Skips it across to White. Out of Gray into the paint. Back to White. Kicks it out to Schrake. And now Walton comes around for it. Good patient possession here for Hopkins. Richardson, spin move to the basket. Can't finish. Walton up and in. And he's fouled.
Wow. Great spin move by Richardson. You get that ball up at the rim. Watch Kerwin Walton come sprinting in from the three-point line. And not only does he get the tip, but he gets the foul too. Nice spin move right there. There's Walton coming into your screen right there. What an athletic finish to be able to go up one hand like that. That's a rebound and a basket and a chance for three-point play.
Walton hits the free throw. It is a 1-point game at 38-37. That last foul on Gullickson is his third. Whistle in the paint. Foul on Hopkins.
Yeah, I think they're getting Gray on the hold there, trying to get to Bjerke at that high post. What a start here for the second half. The urgency, you can just feel the different level of intensity that Hopkins is playing with.
15-5 for Hopkins on the scoreboard here to start the second half. Tough shot for Bjerke, and then missing underneath was Harvey, and the rebound to Gray. Hopkins with a chance to take the lead.
Well, Harvey right there, a great position, just overshot it. You got to concentrate and get that one to fall.
Oh, a nice steal, Heidi, and then gets fouled by Schrake. Prevented a layup, though.
Yeah, that's not a bad foul at all by Schrake.
That's his second.
See, Heidi got that great length. Look at those arms, getting the passing lane. Yeah, not a bad foul at all.
Trojans nursing a 1-point lead with under 13.5 minutes to play in the second half. Winner goes to the section championship on Wednesday.
Yeah, they're going 4 round 1. They're trying to get Heidi on the post up down low. Schrake doing a heck of a job of fronting him.
A spin move comes up short, though. Does Heidi on that jumper, and it's rebounded by Gray.
Great move, just came up a little bit short.
Walton to the basket. Off balance shot wouldn't get it going, and Bjerke rebounds into the hands of Bennigan, now to Birkeland. Picks up his dribble and gets it off to Bennigan. Drive, scored, and a foul.
That beautiful extension again. I'll tell you, when you're getting pressured like that, you rip and you just go hard to the basket. Took contact, and again, that great extension. Watch him finish with the right hand scoop here, way out in front. Little body contact on Gray, nice finish. That's a big bucket. Wayzata struggling the last couple possessions to get some points. Big time answer by Bennigan.
Colin Gray is his third. Bennigan knocks it down on the free throw. He's got 9 points. Tremmel and Richardson in. And Hopkins has all their bodies on the floor. For a moment, they only had 4. Inbound comes to Richardson. Trailing by 4. They're down by 11 at the half. Here's Walton. Attacking, and a foul before. Put the shot up. It'll be on Williams.
Well, it's funny, sometimes when the urgency of the teams gets a little bit higher, the referees start having a little bit more urgency too, calling it.
Yeah,
they were letting that same play go there.
Yep.
You know, and I'll tell you, both teams are being physical on defense, and they've let it go for the most part. Last couple possessions, they've been calling it.
And that's 3 on Cody Williams now. Inbound, gathered in by Merritt. Base live on Harvey. Wants to go back out with the pass. Traveling. Turnover Hopkins. It plagued them in the first half. Been a little better here in the first 6 minutes of the second half. Forrest taking care of the basketball. Here goes Cody Williams. And he fell down and traveled.
Yeah, he's had a couple of those here tonight where he just gets going so fast and unable to hold his balance and falls down.
Gullickson in. Heidi will get a rest. Five team fouls on Wayzata here. 4 on Hopkins in the first 6 minutes of the second half. Richardson, hesitation, a little scoop shot up and in.
You call that the Benega move right there, getting to the basket, that extension. Beautiful move by Richardson. Nice answer.
Royals back to within 2. Hand off to Williams. Back out to Harvey. Benega puts it on the deck. Williams thought about the 3 and now will back it out. Shot up and it crawls over the rim and in for 2 for Cody Williams. His first basket tonight.
Yeah, he struggled offensively that time. Great, strong move, able to get to the basket and finish.
A whistle and a foul on Hopkins. Tristan Lee in for Hopkins.
There's a great finish. What a move. That's hard going full speed like that to the left side and able to finish on that angle. Beautiful, beautiful move. We've seen some great finishes here tonight.
No foul in the last play, just a turnover for Hopkins. Benega cut off by Walton. Gullickson will hand off. Harvey, he gets cut off.
Nice pass. Oh, great
coming
block.
back off with White blocking the shot of Benega out of bounds.
Oh, that's just great team defense. Help the helper. Hopkins almost got burned. It was a beautiful pass. Looked like Benega was going to have a wide open layup, and White just came over and erased it. Well, watch when Benega catches this ball, John. There's no one in the picture. It looks like it's going to be uncontested. White able to see it and help out.
Cody Williams has it stripped away. Merritt to the basket.
Oh. What a finish.
And a foul.
Oh. That is not an easy finish. Turnover on one end leads to fast break points. Great hands, Merritt on defense. Watch him elevate. Knowing he's going to take some contact. Beautiful, strong finish.
Regan Merritt finding an opportune time to get his first points of the game. Hopkins back to within 1 again. Bjerke out, Heidi. Now Bjerke and Heidi back in rather. 43-42, Wayzata by 1. We wind down towards 10 minutes to play in the second half. His open looks a little harder to come by here in the second half for Wayzata. Bjerke to Williams. Berkland, tough shot, around and in though.
Around the world and drops. Look like there's some contact too. But they got a ball inside to Bjerke and the defense collapses. He skips it. Great penetration, great skip pass. Leads to a good shot.
Regan Merritt for 3 from the corner.
That's 6 big points here. Back-to-back possessions, a 3-point play. And they're a big 3. And guess what, JJ? We are tied.
Hopkins races at 11-point halftime deficit. 9.5 minutes to go in the second half. Bjerke against the smaller player, kicks it out. Heidi's 3, not good. Rebounded by Hopkins. Walton ahead to the front court. Merritt lost it out of bounds. They were too anxious perhaps on that possession.
Now he earned it there after watch this possession. Again, not bad defense, a contested shot. And just a big time knockdown by Merritt. 6 points, back-to-back possessions. And that was nothing but the bottom of the net.
Bjerke, hand off to Williams. And Walton able to strip it away from Bjerke. Walton to the basket, knocked out of bounds. Good defense by Wayzata. Contested the shot, did not commit a foul. Just an inbound play.
Yeah, I'll tell you, both teams, you got to give them a ton of credit for how hard they're playing defensively. This looked like it was a breakaway for Kerwin Walton. Just beautiful hustle, getting your hands on that ball, not giving up anything easy.
Walton and Hopkins is in the lead, 47-45. Their first lead since 4-2.
Again, very good defense. That's just great offense. Wow.
And a timeout for Wayzata.
Oh, you want your big players, John, making the big plays and big games. Watch this shot. The degree of difficulty here. Kerwin Walton with a guy, Eddie Bennigan's a very good defender, right up in his face, 6'1", contesting it. Nothing matters. When you got a sweet stroke like that, you got that elevation, that height, and that touch.
And now you're Wayzata, you have that big lead, but at the same point, you know, you're midway through the second half. I think you're going into this like, well, if we can stay within 2 of the last 8 minutes, we got a shot, and that's where they're at. You forget that you have that big lead, and now you play it possession by possession, and you've got a chance.
But you got to remember what got you that big lead, and that was handling the pressure, not turning the ball over, and drive and kick. Get your teammates good shots. They got to knock down some shots. Coach Schnetler does a great job out of timeouts, so usually executing a designed action to get a good look here. And on the flip side, I think the difference for Hopkins, they've been getting going in transition. They've got a number of baskets and looks in transition, and that's kind of what propelled them here to get back in this game and now take the lead.
Hope you're enjoying tonight's telecast. More to come on CCX tonight. Cooper taking on St. Louis Park in the second semifinal. Royce White, the older brother of Xavier White. And we saw Xavier White with a block, and Royce certainly had his share of those. And 1 year at Hopkins a decade ago, and able to be here and support his brother in this Hopkins program. 8:25 to go. Good entry pass, and Bjerke able to turn and score.
Great action. He set a back screen for Camden Heide and then just seals right under the basket, used that big body and got an easy look. That was a nice play out of the timeout.
Into Walton, and he gets fouled and will go to the line for 2.
I like that Kerwin Walton isn't settling for perimeter stuff. That time he's getting down and dirty on the post, being physical, knowing his team needs his scoring right now, and he can't rely just on jump shots, and he's done a heck of a job getting fouled, finding different ways to score the basketball.
Misses on the first free throws, 10 of 12 from the line tonight. Second one is good. Hopkins back in front.
We're going to run a very similar action here, I think, too. Look for that back screen. Look for the big fella to get the ball.
Here's Berkland into the paint. Got a good game tonight. In some trouble as Bennett lost the ball. And Merritt gets fouled. And now Hopkins in the bonus. And Merritt will go to the line for a 1-and-1 on Benninga's third foul.
Well, that's just relentless defense. Look at the 3 blue jerseys here right within your screen. You got to have that awareness of where that ball is. You got to look down. You got to find it. But great hands by Hopkins.
White out, and Gray back in for Hopkins. They're averaging over 6 points a game on the season. And he's got 7 here in the second half.
He got 7 in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's come up big. We said at halftime, where's that other scoring going to come from? And he's been a big contributor here in the second half.
In and out on the second one. The lead is 2. Bjerke to Berkland. Comes Heide. He's going to attack. Up and in to tie it up.
Great screener action. And what I liked is Cam that time didn't settle, didn't hesitate. He just went right to the rim. He's got that great length and touch.
Kristen Lee, not good on the 3, and the rebound by Heide. Tied at 49 as we wind down to 7 minutes to go and a timeout for Wayzata.
Yeah, watch the drive attack here. Look at that curl off that screen and look at him just go up strong. If he does that every time, I don't think there's anyone that can contest that. He's got great height, he's got great length, and he can jump. You see he releases that ball so high. Beautiful shot. Every time we've come out of a timeout for Wayzata, they've seemed to find a way to get Carter Bierke a shot down low. See if they go back to that action out of this timeout.
These fans exhausted over the last 24 hours watching the Wayzata Hopkins girls play for the section title at the Lindbergh Center and back here tonight at Osseo to watch the boys.
I'll tell you what, when you broadcast these intense games that are back and forth, it takes a lot out of you because you're on the edge of your seat, but God, a lot of fun to be a part of.
Yeah, it takes a little time to wind down, right? When you get home from Rhino.
I was up till almost 1 last night, just kind of geared up after that.
Yeah, the three-pointer, Heidi, not good. Chip clock, not good as well. Merritt rebounds for Hopkins.
Yeah, Wayzata's yelling, hey, that's a foul on the other end. Why wasn't that a foul for Bierke there? He went right in with the tip off the rebound.
Lee gives it to Gray.
You see Kerwin Walton working down low, trying to get that ball in the post with Benninger guarding him.
Walton then loses the ball. On the deck, tie up with Benninger, jump ball. Possession arrow, keep it with Hopkins.
Great hustle by Eddie Benninger there, just giving his body for his team. See, it hits his foot. I think Kerwin didn't know that Benninger was coming after it. Oh, I don't know. He was calling for a timeout right there.
Lucky to get the jump ball call. I think Hopkins was there.
Yep.
Benninger was not granted the timeout, but he was trying to signal for it. So, again, it's Hopkins keeping the ball. We're tied up, 6:20 to go, second half. Here's Walton. Right side contested to Gray. Down low to Lee, gets fouled. I thought Gray traveled.
Yeah, I did too. A beautiful pass there at the end. I thought Bierke did the right thing. I know that's going to be his fourth foul here. Yeah, right there. Looked like a travel. I'll tell you what, good foul there. You're going to make Tristan Lee go to the free throw line and make him earn it, but keep an eye on that. That's Bierke's fourth foul with still over 6 minutes left.
Lee does get the second one. Hopkins back up by 1. Williams almost stolen there by Lee. Ball knocked out of bounds. Merritt was looking for a tip, didn't get it. Richardson in replacing Lee. Gullickson's coming in for Wayzata, and Bierke with that fourth foul will come out. Six minutes to go in the second half. Winner goes to the section final on Wednesday. It's Cooper or St. Louis Park. Here's Williams. Gives it back out. Birkeland. Williams curls around, spins in the lane. Turnaround shot won't go. Rebound underneath by Harvey, and he gets fouled by Richardson.
Well, Allie talked about it in the pregame. Coach Netler talking about guys that have stepped up. Ryan Harvey, only a sophomore. Couple of spin moves here, a shot just a little short, but look at Harvey going up. That's a big-time offensive rebound.
Harvey averaging just over 5 points a game. Hasn't scored yet tonight.
Yeah, you go to that free throw line with 2 shots, you got to come away with at least 1. In a game like this, and this stakes this high.
Xavier White back in, replacing Richardson. Harvey does get the second one. And we're tied at 50. White. Merritt, 3, not good this time, but a good rebound by Gray. Puts it up and in.
That is a grown man rebound by Andre Gray. And a great finish, strong finish. And that was just something that didn't happen in the first half. Wayzata controlled the defensive rebounds in the first half. There they give up an offensive point board. It leads to 2 points.
Gullickson gets cut off. Now it's Berkman. Puts it on the floor. Oh, Williams, how did he find him? And does for the layup.
Great job by Berkman, keeping his pivot foot, not panicking, allowing that cut to happen. And Cody Williams gets an easy look. Great pass.
Tied at 52.
You just kind of hold your breath, though. Yeah, each possession kind of, you feel like the game could depend on it here.
Gray attacking, not good. It's badly, and Gullickson rebounds. Ahead to Heidi. He'll push it into the front court. Under 4.5 minutes to play now. And he lost it. 2-on-1 comes Hopkins, and Merritt almost had the and one. He'll go to the line for 2.
Good contest by Gullickson. I'll tell you, Merritt, when he goes in transition, he goes hard at the rim. And again, a turnover leads to that transition. Wayzata's defense has been so good in the half court, but they get running like that. That was just a good, hard contest. Good play there, offensively and defensively.
Merritt here in the second half, 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. Make it 2 of 4. Bierke and Bennett got a return for Wayzata. Hopkins trying to break the tie once again. Short, but around and over and in. Merritt makes it, he'll come out. Trumbull back in, 53-52 Hopkins. Hopkins has held Wayzata to 19 second half points.
See Bierke working down low, working for that. He wants that ball down low. He's got position.
Working on Walton there. He gets the ball. Walton got a hand on it from behind and also some arm and picks up a foul.
Only the 16 foul, so they're not going to be in the 1-and-1 yet. I like that idea if you're Trojans. Spread the floor, let Bierke go to work, and he's got Walton, who's got height, but maybe not the size down there. Tried to reach, got caught.
Second team personal foul on Walton. Bierke trying to attack. Well, lost control of the ball and out of bounds. Turnover for Wayzata.
It's kind of a goofy looking play there. I wasn't sure if there was contact. That's either, block or charge, or if it just looked different. You know how Coach Schnettler feels when you're watching it. Let's see that. I'll be honest, I think Bierke might have been a charge on that. That could have been his 5th foul, so maybe not a bad thing that for Wayzata. That was just a turnover, but definitely some contact.
Under 4 minutes to go. Hopkins by 1. Walton, tough shot off the glass.
Oh boy!
Oh, he scores it and a foul.
What a shot! A left to right cross. Heard the contact and had the strength and the height to get it off the backboard. Beautiful play. What a skilled move. I'll tell you, I love the strength that he's playing with. And that's what smart players do. You hear that whistle, look at him go up, put the ball just in his right hand. Had a tough angle too, but he gets it. Nails the free throw as well. Hopkins up 4.
Biggest lead since it was 4-0 for Hopkins. Wayzata had an 11-point lead at halftime. Now 3:20 to go, and every possession so precious here for the Trojans. Bennett got for 3, not good, and chased down by Tremble. Walton to the front court to Schrake. No reason to shoot here for Hopkins. 3 minutes to go.
If you're Hopkins, you want to take time out that clock. You want to get the ball in that man's hands. Let him operate, let him work, see if he can create.
Walton, ball out of bounds. They're fortunate they didn't turn that ball over.
Yeah, heads up play too by Benega, trying to step up and take that charge.
Good.
Yeah, that's a good no call. Oh, no.
Off the inbound, it's Walton scored and one. Kerwin Walton taking over down the stretch.
Great out of bounds action there. Watch him set the screen, come right back. That's where if you're Cody Williams, if you're going to foul with the body like that, you got to grab his arm. Don't give him the three-point play opportunity. How about Walton? 27 points. Really come on strong here the last couple of minutes. And look at those free throw attempts. 12 for 14, make that 13 for 15. That's like an NBA box score, getting to the free throw line that many times. But that's what greatness does. Greatness finds a way, John, to score. Finds a way to get your team in the game, get the lead, and get it done. Williams spins to the basket and scores.
6 points for Williams here in the second half. Wayzata needed that one, but they still trailed by 5. 2:25 to go. Walton. They get it to the corner to Gray. To the basket. Rises up for the shot, up and in. I don't know if they needed it, but they'll take it.
Right? So much focus on Walton that Gray just said, hey, you know what? I'm going to go get a bucket. He got a great look.
Benega attacks and scores. 11 points now for the junior. 61-56, under 2 minutes to go.
Now you got to get a stop if you're Wayzata.
Gray to Shrake.
Try to deny Walton the ball. Try to make someone else make a play. See if you can get a turnover out of here.
Gray to the corner to Tremmel. Now to White and to Walton. Kerwin, down the baseline. Gray scores on his foul. Terrific find by Kerwin Walton and a great drive to the basket by Andre Gray, who's had a huge second half.
How about the barrage of three-point plays, too, down the stretch? A little jump pass. Benega tries to challenge it, but Gray, too athletic, too long, too strong. Another three-point play for Hopkins.
In and out on the free throw, but 7-point game, 1.5 minutes to go. Benega gets it back up. Birkeland 3 and out of play. Off the rim and off the top of the backboard and out.
Yeah, you can see Wayzata pick up full court here. I deny Kerwin Walton the ball. And try to identify someone else to trap or get a foul here. You want to try to extend this game as long as you can.
Gray able to get it to the front court. Gets the return pass. Shot up, not good. And rebounded by Wayzata. Under 1 minute to go. 63-56. Heidi. Solon. Here's Tremmel. And lost it out of bounds. Knocked out by Wayzata.
Yeah, Tremmel looked like slowed down just enough. Great hustle by Williams. Here's the turnover. And watch Williams. Doesn't give up on the play. Beautiful job. Great effort.
Inbound to Walton. And trying to get a timeout and does. Boy, Brian Schnettler is going to be very close to getting teed up.
Yeah.
He is halfway out to the court.
Yeah.
Thought that should have been a travel.
Yeah. I've never seen Coach Schnettler that animated, but he is frustrated. And
yeah, I think he's felt some calls have definitely not gone his team's way in the last 4 or 5 minutes.
Well, a couple of those tips that we saw on that end not get called on this end, and that time it certainly looked like a travel.
Look at it again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a travel.
So they get the timeout. Yeah. Hopkins does. That's huge.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, as a player, as a fan, I like my coach going to bat for me like that, having his players' backs. Now, if you're Wayzata, didn't get called, now you got to man up. You got to try to get a turnover. See if they run a second defender at Walton. Yeah.
Walton down to White, kicking it back out to Shrake. Shrake picks it up, back out to Walton. And finally, you got to foul him. You can't let the whole clock run out. He's not the guy you want to foul, but at some point you have no choice.
Well, you heard the Wayzata bench yelling, foul him, when Shrake had it, when White had it. But they ended up fouling Kerwin. Again, you don't want to let that clock shake down, but you don't want to put this gentleman at the free throw line.
That is the 5th foul on Eddie Benninga. He'll foul out with 11 points. Walton hits the first free throw. The scoreboard says 5. He's still on, and now he's coming out.
Well, it's weird. He stayed in for the free throw, though. That was.
Walton got a cut or something. He's coming to the sideline, so I'm not sure. Cut on his leg. His knee, it looks like. Maybe after he went down on that last play a few moments ago. Now back up to the free throw line. Looking for .30.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal tonight. And just the smoothness that I talked about. I mean, he never looks rattled, always looks under control. Got to the free throw line, hit some big shots, some tough post moves, some athletic finishes, some dunks. He's been great.
Shot from the corner, not good from Birkeland. Rebounded by White, and he gets fouled.
I'll tell you what, I think both teams got to be very proud of how they played tonight, John. Wayzata, after getting blown out the 2 regular season games, they came to play tonight. They battled, and they had a shot to win this game. And if you're Hopkins, I think you'd rather have a competitive, tough game that you grow from that. And they got to be proud. They were down 11 at half. Wayzata came out strong to start, but they just chipped away and eventually took control of this game.
Wayzata get a couple of seniors, Connor Yarborough and Jacob Wildermuth, the end of the game here in the final seconds, and their last appearances as high school players. Bjerke had fouled out there a moment ago. Xavier White, just 4 points in the second half. I thought he had some big plays for them on both ends of the court as the defensive intensity really picked up for the Royals.
Yeah, man, I thought Richardson, his pressure on the ball. Kerwin Walton's done a nice job defensively. Their team defense was great tonight. What was it, 33-22 at half?
Yes.
I mean, so you think about a Hopkins offense, they've put up 43 points in the second half, and I think a big reason, again, was that transition. They picked that pace up a little bit, and that's really been the difference.
Last possession of the game. The defense right to the end, and that is the end of the ball game. And Hopkins survives and advances to the section championship with a 66-56 win.
A hard-fought game, and again, hats off to Wayzata how they competed tonight, but hats off to the defending state champs showing their heart as well in their fight, riding their superstar Kerwin Walton to a 30-point game and a nice 10-point win.
If you had to pick one thing in the second half, what was it that turned the tide for Hopkins?
It really was. I thought Wayzata's half-court defense was so strong tonight. I thought it was that transition. When they got a few easy baskets, remember that lead was 13, 14 points. They cut it down to 5 or 6, and that's what swung the momentum of this game. And they picked up that intensity. Wayzata turned the ball over a little bit more there in the second half, and hats off to Hopkins and the way they competed.
A terrific effort by Wayzata. They go down. Let's go down to the floor now. Allie Mosley standing by with Kerwin Walton.
Kerwin, you guys trailed the majority of this game up until about 9 minutes left. You finally take the lead. It was back and forth there for a while. How did you guys overcome overcome that 11-point deficit to get this W?
I mean, we stuck together. We just play hard. We just came out to halftime, just focusing on defense and focus on moving the ball, getting good open look.
They have reason to be pretty excited putting up 30 points now. You talked about halftime. What did Coach Novak say at half? Because you guys came out with a different sense of offensive urgency.
Yeah, I mean, really, we just focused on moving the ball. We was kind of in a hurry. You know, he said we was rushing a little bit too much. We just take our time, be patient. We can get easy open looks.
Last time you played these guys 2 times this season, you beat them by 30 points and 26 points. Why was this game so different?
I mean, it's sections. You know, once the playoffs start, it's a different game. You know, everyone, whatever you did in the regular season don't matter. It's 6. You got 6 games. All that matters is 6 games in the season. And whether you win or lose, that's up to you.
Tonight was a true test on your road to the state tournament. What did this win say about your team?
I mean, it just shows how tough we are. You know, we battle through adversity. We play with toughness, and we just bring the energy. That's our motto. That's all we do.
Congrats on a great performance.
Appreciate it.
Well-spoken young man, Kerwin Walton, deciding not to tell CCX where he's going next year. And that would be a great thing in the postgame, wouldn't it have been? Nice coup for us. But so they get to the section championship, take on either Cooper or St. Louis Park. You learn from wins like this, right? And tough games, and they hope that helps them down the road, if not Wednesday, in the state tournament if they're able to advance to that.
Well, it just helps you with complacency. At this time of year, you can't afford to have a bad half. Every level you advance, the teams get better and better, so you got to be sharp right from the get-go.
That does it for our telecast tonight. Hope you've enjoyed all of the action here tonight at Osseo. Reminder, Cooper, St. Louis Park still to come on CCX1. Ryan Iverson, Allie Mosley, and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks so much for watching high school basketball on CCX Sports.